Entrevistas Alfa.
She is really funny about it. She likes to sing. She's always loved to sing, but it's not her thing. But during quarantine, I taught myself how to record myself through GarageBand, which is a huge accomplishment for me. And she just came in one day and I was working on the song and she wanted to sing with me and we did it. And then she went swimming and that's about the weight of it for her. I said to her the other day, I was like, babe, you have a #1 song in the Netherlands. Like, that's a big deal. She was like, which city is that? I was like, Amsterdam. You love Amsterdam. She's like, I do love Amsterdam. Can I watch Avatar? I was like, all I know so far, the song came about because of the documentary, and I knew that it needed a song, and, you know, it was gonna need to be the story of my life in 3.5 minutes, so no pressure. I called 2 of my favorite songwriters, Benj and Justin, and they wrote La La Land and The Greatest Showman and Dear Evan Hansen and many other things, but I had been wanting to work with them for a long time, so this was a perfect opportunity, and they're great storytellers too, so we wrote it together and through Zoom, which was an odd experience. But the first line of the chorus is, you throw your head back and spit in the wind, and that's something my dad always said to me when I was a little girl. Throw your head back, spit in the wind, and show them what you got. And so I kind of wrote a letter to Willow, I guess, through this song. And that's kind of the gist of it. I actually didn't want to document the tour. I had worked with Michael Gracie on A Million Dreams and also on the Walk Me Home music video, and he's the most lovable person, and he's also a total visionary. And also I really like hanging out with Australians. He wanted to do this thing because he thought it was fascinating, the juxtaposition between being a woman, being a, as he calls it, a stadium playing rock star, and a mom, and how there's no separation between any of those things. So for me, I was like, okay, well, I don't understand why anybody would ever want to see this, but maybe it'll be a really good timestamp for my kids, and they can go back and see what it was really like compared to what they tell themselves that their childhood was like. So I just wanted them to see how loved they are. I told Michael that if we were gonna do this thing, then he needed to be there the whole time, not just set up. I didn't want to do anything staged. I didn't want to do anything scripted. I didn't want to get dressed up. I just wanted the authentic look at what it really takes to put on a show like we do and have your whole family with you all the time. So the kids were fine. I mean, the first day, Willow kept staring straight into the camera. And Michael was like, don't do that, But there's one scene in the movie where she kisses me, but she's looking straight into the camera. That's one of my favorite parts. They were fine. They're used to, look, our life is a chaotic circus. They're used to it. This was no different. I think the hardest thing for any working mom is the guilt of just not being there enough, not doing the right thing. And for me personally, the hardest thing is just trying to do it all. And when my kids are sick, I'd say ask any parent what their hardest days were in their life, and it's when their kids are sick. I think we are all ready at this point to go somewhere. I miss live music. I miss it. It doesn't even have to be my show. I just want to see music. I want to hear music. I just miss it. I think for fans watching this documentary, they're gonna get to see all the other parts that go into, you know, what happens, what really happens on tour. What does it really look like? And then for people that maybe aren't fans, I think they'll be really surprised by all of it. Dave is a creative genius, and it's our 17th video together. He's just crazy. I'll tell you what, it's the only video I've ever shot during a quarantine pandemic. That was weird. But he said it's maybe the best video he's ever made. So, I don't know. I think it's just nuts.
Entrevistas Alfa.